What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing out there? My running kid here is coming back to you again, just like I said I would. And last time I gave you a view of that collection, my 360 games. Now we're going lower. I should say I gave you next gen. I'm gonna give you classic, pretty much. Now, like I said, guys, I don't have a PS3, but I do want one. Uh, Hopefully, I'll get one sooner or later. But my game collection is still just as impressive. And right beside me is pretty much all my PS2 games. So I'm going to give you all my PS2 games this time. Now, granted, I used to have a lot more PS2 games than I have now, but I sold them. And that's why somebody actually wrote that on my last vid. Dude, ever heard of, selling your games or, trading them in? I do not trade my games in anymore. Because after a while, you start to miss it. And I'm a collector, and now and then I'll always pop them in and play them. So I'm going to show you my PS2 collection so far. So let's start off with the first game, all in alphabetical order, like I usually do. Black. Black was good. This was pretty good. It had some glitches, some problems, but the game was pretty good. It was pretty much EA's version of trying to compete with, I guess you can say, Call of Duty in a way. But you're just one person. You're one solo man going in covert, you know. But it was good. It did come out for the Xbox, but I got it for the PS2 because it first came out for the PS2. So Black was actually pretty good. Okay. Like I said before, guys, I showed you Bully from Xbox 360, but I also had it for the PS2 first. This is what I had it for first. The Xbox 360 game actually has more added stuff to this game, but I got it for the PS2 first. Ah, yes. Capcom Classic Collections Volume 1. This is for the old school players. If you remember the old school arcade Capcom games like Street Fighter 2, Ghouls and Goblins, 1942, Mercs, Commando, things like that, Final Fight, this is it. This is a great game for all the old school fans out there that like the old nostalgic games. I had to get this because I loved all the games that were on this game. I used to play them in the arcades. So, yeah, I had to get this. So, Capcom's Classics Collection Volume 1. My opinion, I recommend getting this, guys. You would like this. Capcom Classic Collections Volume 2. This game pretty much picks up where this one leaves off. Once again, this gives you about 22 games. Pretty much Strider, Strider, or Street Fighter 2 and things like that, all on this game. The first collection had the first Street Fighter on it, but this one has more classic arcade Capcom games on it. So I recommend getting both of them. They haven't put out a third one yet, but I'm hoping Capcom will put out a third one. Maybe put Darkstalkers or something on the games. But this is a must-have game. Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening. This is really the first one. Um, I had 1 and 2, but once again, I sold those. I'm getting those back though. This reveals Dante's past more. We see a younger Dante, his brother Virgil. We get to see all the old school people in this game. This was a very good game. Uh, and speaking of Devil May Cry, they are making another one, but it's kind of like a reboot, and they're just calling it DMC, basically standing for Devil May Cry, and it's a prequel to this, where we see a very more younger Dante. And Capcom, I'm getting a little tired of. I love Devil May Cry, but enough with the prequels, Capcom. Let's get on what's going on in the future with Dante. You know, but Devil May Cry 3, very good game. Add it to your collection if you don't. Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy 7. This was okay. This was the best way to tell Vincent Valentine's past. Vincent Valentine is a fan favorite among Cloud and people like that, because he's so mysterious, and we get to see more of his past in this game. Uh, Vincent was just a cool character. It was just a cool character. This story takes place between. It's set after Final Fantasy VII and Advent Children, the movie. Get that if you haven't gotten that. But this was okay. This was not that bad. Uh, so check it out. Oop. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 1, Tenkaichi 2, Tenkaichi 3. Got all 3 of the Budokai Tenkaichi games. I do love my DBZ, and DBZ you can only make a DBZ game a fighting game. It's really hard to make this franchise into anything else but a fighting game. They've tried RPGs, and personally that doesn't work. I didn't pick up any of the last one that came off of the PS2, because basically they pretty much look the same, just with added people in this. But I got all 3 of the Tenkaichi games. Pretty good, still good. It's just that I don't really like Cell in this game, because he sounds like a game show host, and he talks more like this, and he's like, Goku, I am Cell. Stuff like that. I'm like, crazy? That doesn't even sound like Cell. Even though I don't like Cell a lot, but when I watch him in the Japanese subtitle, he has this very deep voice, so what the heck? Final Fantasy number 10. Yeah. This was a good game. Final Fantasy X, this brought the fact of now the cast talks. Everybody talks now. Gone are the days where you had to read the subtitles and things like that. This is the start of the game. I had 10 X2, but I really wasn't feeling X2. But this game was really good. Some people say this by far is their favorite next to 7. 13 is good too, so can't deny that. But Final Fantasy 10, good game. Uh, Titus is cool. And his favorite sports, Blitzball. That was a cool game. Final Fantasy 12. Final Fantasy 12 was decent. It was another decent game. It really showed the improvement, how powerful the PS2 is. They kept improving the graphics in this game. Um, but some people will sleep on this game, but it's pretty good at just indeed. God Hand, yeah, God Hand, good game. A mixture of Kung Fu Hustle, Mad Max, Fist of the North Star. I actually wrote to Capcom and asked them to think about making a sequel to this game. Gene, the way he gets the God Hand or arm, I should, is crazy. For all those that haven't played, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but if you haven't, you would love this game. The characters are colorful, the story is great. Uh, this game does not take itself seriously, and I like that. I love that about this game. It doesn't take itself seriously, but it's just a good game. And the moves are creative in this game, so you'll have a blast collecting all the different various moves that Gene can learn when he activates his God Hand. So yeah, you'll like this game. God of War 1, God of War 2. You gotta have Cradles. I played 3, so trust me guys, I know what I'm... Good games here. This game, both of these games really showed off the true extent of the PS2. How far can we push the graphics? And of course, you play with old Paleface here, Kratos, and Kratos is badass. And these two games were great. 3 was good. Uh, there's nothing more I can say about God of War. You guys should know about God of War. Okay. GTA Liberty Story Cities. Uh, this game first came out for the PSP first, but then they transitioned it over to the PlayStation 2, and you pretty much play as dang, I'm forgetting the character you play with, but he's from the first. You see him in GTA 3, uh, but it's just another storytelling of Liberty City from another character's eyes. Good game. San Andreas, the only GTA game to... This game was a mixture of Boys in the Hood meets so many other LA based movies, uh, you know, but it pretty much is the only GTA game that basically has an African American as your primary star. There were a lot of uh, voiceover actors who played very famous, like Samuel Jackson played a voice in this game. He played one of the crooked cops. Uh, it was also the first game that actually had the character be able to swim. So, always bet on black, right? No, I'm just joking about that one. No, but this was a good game. Good story. Uh, cool game. GTA Vice City Stories. Once again, another story uh, from takes place 1984, before Tommy Vercetti and all of them came into the picture. You remember the character? I'm forgetting the character's name. He talked about his brother. This is the game that shows his brother in this game. Uh, you play as Vince Vance. That's his name. Uh, so yeah, this was a good game. This is another game that came out for the PSP first, and transitioned over to PS2. A very good game. Okay, guys, so I will be back with part 2, so stay tuned.